Just wanted to do a quick post on the IIA Smart Brief. It's a weekly email you can get from the Institute of Internal Auditors if you're a member and you opt in. If you want to opt in, just go to the link below in the comment and it will take you to the sign up, which is really easy to do. Basically, it's a weekly email that you get which gives you a breakdown of all the things that they think you should know about, and it's from a range of different sources. It tells you all stuff that's going on in the world and things that you can use to inspire the questions that you're raising when you have conversations with your clients. So just for example, this week we just got one through. The first thing that came to me was the finding that most organizations globally aren't managing their social media effectively, so there's still a great deal of risk presented by staff usage of social media, mostly through reputational damage, as we expect, through ill-advised posts as the term that is used here. So first thing that comes to mind when I read that is, are we managing social media risk? Are we providing assurance on social media risk? Are we thinking about it enough? Is it something we're neglecting to look at, given that most companies seem to be? According to this, it seems like a massive area of massive blind spot in most companies' risk management programs. Another thing is that Americans have lost $13.4 million to fraud linked to COVID-19. So that alone, if you live in the US, or I live in the UK, so I can look at what the figure is for the UK and say to my clients, this is the amount that is reliably tied to COVID-19, probably a lot more through, which can't be as easily tied to it directly. But it's a massive figure, and it really suggests that a lot of companies are leaving themselves vulnerable during this period of disruption to fraud, and a lot of this includes cybercrime, hacking, things like that, because there's so much change going on. People's trying to adapt that they're not being as secure as they would normally be, and it gives the fraudsters motivation to think, well, we can jump in on this opportunity. And that sort of leads into the other article that I've come across through the Smart Brief, which is hacking against corporations surging against home workers. So it's that people are taking computer equipment home and working from home for the first time. They're probably not people that are experienced in doing it. A lot of companies have been doing it for a long time and they're used to what requirements that makes. But if you suddenly find yourself not being able to come to the office and you desperately need to get people mobilized and work from home, you won't have enough time to set up all the security measures, and suddenly you're vulnerable to all these hacking attacks, which is exactly what's happened. So remote workers in particular are at risk of being a victim of fraud. Just on that point as well, there's been so much fraud related to scam phone calls and emails, and people just trying to catch you out in relation to trying to sell masks, or telling you that the government has said something about safety and you need to take some sort of action. And there's lots of different things like that going on. So again, it's something to think about if you work with people generally. Maybe saying to employees, just have a think about this. Don't take any action on behalf of the company by yourself if you're at home, and think about how your IT setups are, and are you using a secure connection? Do you have proper security to manage software for people accessing it remotely instead of being sat actually on site, where you can better control the IT infrastructure? Just things like that. So my point is that you get this email through and it starts giving you all these ideas to raise in conversation with your clients, and you can sort of say to them, are you thinking of these things? It gives us an opportunity to add more value and be more visible and present, which is exactly what we're trying to achieve as a profession, aren't we? So it helps us play that trusted advisor role that we're all seeking to play. So yeah, if you're not following it, you're missing out, quite frankly. So go down to the link, follow it. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. See you soon.